Hello, Stanley L with the African American Economic Recovery Think Tank, located in Jacksonville, Florida. Today I want to talk about collective economics. Yeah, let's talk about it. It's time. We overdue for that when it comes to collective economics. Collective economics. What we are talking about? We are talking about a few people. One, two, where you have to have at least two or more, bringing in different skills, money, and opportunities, and ideas. You have to bring the ideas too. For example, the food desert in a lot of underserved communities. Why we don't have farmers markets in these communities? Yes. It'll be a city responsibility to keep them safe and create that. And, miniature marketplace. Food, not no junk food. Food. Some of the food can be cooked at the location. You can sell it at the location. The good thing about it, you bring people together. Let me say it again. You bring people together so they can network with each other. There's many things that these underserved communities can do to help themselves. It decreased the crime too. So when we talk about collective economics, we're talking about 2 or 3 subject matter experts, people who may have a little money or a lot of money, and they want to invest. Now, when it comes to collective economics, the first thing that I tell people is when 4 or 5 people come together, you want to buy the property. And the reason why I say that, you want to buy the property, right? Because if your idea may not work, right? So you can do something else with the property. You can rent it out, you can fix it up, you can do different things to it. You don't need a whole lot of money to get started. Our people need to get away from that. Everything is not about money. Yes, you need money. So only a fool will say you don't need money in a capitalist system. Only a fool. What I'm talking about here is bringing ideas together where people can agree to disagree and come up with one agenda to empower everybody involved and hold people who are not responsible or not participating fully in the co-op. You exit them out. It ain't nothing personal, it's business. Yes, you exit them out with love. Exit them out with love and keep on moving. That's the way you want to build. These days and time, especially if you have limited resources, you want to pull your resources together because you got many things that people can do. Many different things. See? That we can do in the African American community to empower the African American community. Stop with going out, run a business by yourself. You wake up one morning, you're making good money, and you get sick. Or you wake up one morning, and a family member in another part of the country, and you may have to go over to that part of the country to work with them, whatever the case may be. So it's many things. That's just 1 or 2 examples, but there's many things that can take you out of the game when it comes to business, what I'm talking about, when it comes to business. For example, Fuller, when he was in Chicago, dealing with hair products back many years ago. The reason why Fuller, and you can pull it up, you can look up on the 40 Acres and a Mule. We had that information in there. What happened with Fuller, a company, competition. Competition can knock you out. You've seen many companies since your lifetime that went out of business. For example, say AOL. Yes. We used to have some other company, a company like Facebook that went out of business. Yes. So it's many things that can knock you out of business. But what we found out, the number one issue that knock a lot of African Americans out of business is because they're undercapitalized. Undercapitalization. That means that when they have an issue, right, they don't have enough money to weather the storm. Because no matter what type of business you're in, you will be tested. I can speak from first-hand knowledge. Yes. From first-hand knowledge. You will be tested. And if you don't have your ducks in a row, you will get knocked out. Had nothing to do with racism. It's business. But when you working with a group of people, you can't watch your back. See? So you got somebody that's watching your back and you watching their back. They're watching your side. And then you keep an open mind, so you can keep ideas flowing. Keep ideas, good or bad. See? And then you have a majority vote. Yes, majority rule. You can create it. It can be your creation. You come up with the idea about the business. They do that all the time in Wall Street here. People start a business and get knocked down. When I mean knocked down, they continue to have what we call they continue to have the stock market. What we talking about, the stock market? Help me out here, people. Right. Your shares. You continue to have your shares, but you lose your position as far as being CEO. Yes, the board. Pick someone else to run the operation because you're not able to take it any further under your leadership. That doesn't mean you're a bad person or anything. It's just business. Business is business. I've been in a situation where when I was in the entertainment business, and I'm going to tell you this very briefly, I was in the entertainment business. I'm talking about we making $800 on a weekend. Yes, because I was in the entertainment business here, and we were making, that was a lot of money. I'm talking about in 81, 82. I'm talking we can make it $800 each. The average car payment was $90 or $100. So we making paper. The guys that I was working with got jealous, so they go behind closed doors want to cut me out the deal. Yes. Wasn't nothing I could do about it. See, but the good thing about it, I was already working on a new contract with the government. Yes. I mean, there's quite a few people still alive that they know about it. Yes. And they know who I'm talking about. They see the way this spirit works. When you do things right here, see, and making plans for the future, not depending on one thing. See, and then there's evil out there too. So you got to be watching out for the evil. Where I was able to, because I was doing something that very few people was doing. Reaching out to other organizations, other businesses, and set myself up for the future. So, the situation that took place here, and I was working with African Americans, and greed set in. Yes, and so they wanted to cut me out of the deal. See, and it was, and it wasn't just greed; it was also jealousy. Yes, and quite a few things. But by working, keeping my head together, that's the most important. Keep your head together. Keep your head together. I was able to have things set up where I was in a better place. That's right, a better place than I had before. That lasted 12, 13 years. And became worldwide in what I was doing. So I'm saying this to people here. When you're making some money, put some away. Put some away. Put something away. Put some money away. That's right. And be looking for opportunities. Don't depend on no one thing. And when you can, give back. Give back to others. That's right. Because that karma, that goes around, come around. And karma is not always good. It can be bad too. So I just want to reach out to my people and say hello and show some love. Let you know I'm thinking about you 24/7 because I believe in you. But one thing I want you to keep in mind now, I want you to look up this word, collective economics. Collective economics, where we pull our resources. Because one person may be a good engineer. The other person may be good with plans. One may be good with other things. One may be good with the books. You bring all those skills together. And you market those skills. You run your business like a business. That's right. For example, in closing, I learned if you hire a family member and they don't hold up, get rid of them. I would rather give my family members some money and let them go on by their business than to come to my business and destroy my business, because it won't only be hurting me, but it'll be hurting others too. Now, people, think about what I'm saying. And please keep in mind, make sure if you're going to go in business with your family members, make sure they know about business. That's a headache, people. That's a headache. Now, that doesn't mean that every family business don't make it. That's crap. That's not true. A lot of them work together. There's African Americans. There's a few African American family business that doing good. Not as many that we should have, but we're working on that. The point that I want to make here, I want you to do your research on collective economics. How can we put our resources together to develop small businesses in the African American community? Just like our parents. See, our parents were redlined. See, so we had to stay in our community, learn to work with each other. There was many master craftsmen, men and women, in the African American community before 1975. Right here in Jacksonville, La Villa, Brooklyn, East Side, Durkerville. African Americans that had their own businesses and were able to raise their family and grandkids. We're not able to do that today. Not in large numbers. Understand what I'm saying? Because often we have some African American go out and say we ain't doing this, we ain't doing that. Well, that's not true. I'm not gonna get into that, but that's not true. We just don't have leadership. And in closing, again, the difference between a good community and a great community is leadership. Thank you.